10 shots later, and I still have 6 bullets in me for the rest of my life. Anyone that's in a domestic violence situation, forget the clothes, forget the money, just don't go back. It's not worth it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Unmuted. I'm your host, Brittany Jones Cooper, and today I'm joined by Katrina Cooke Brownlee, a domestic violence survivor who became a police officer so that she could serve and protect others. Katrina, take us back to 1993. What did your relationship look like back then?
It was dark, very dark. I was in an abusive relationship with my ex-fiancé for 5 years.
And I know that your ex worked in law enforcement. How did that impact your cries for help?
I had called the cops so many times and they always turned their backs on me. So I didn't have any faith in the justice system. He was law enforcement and they just respect and honored that. January 1993, I was no longer in a relationship with my ex-fiancé. I went back to the home to retrieve the rest of my items for me and my children. I was pregnant at the time. It was a setup because when I went into the home, he pointed a gun. And he said, "This is the day that you're gonna die, bitch." That's the day that he shot me 10 times. His cousin happened to come to the house and take me to the hospital. I went into a coma. My baby that I was carrying was dead. The whole process of recovery took me about almost a year, and mental and emotionally, many years of therapy and things like that.
After a long physical recovery, you made the choice to become a police officer. What events led to that decision?
I was first a traffic agent, and the opportunity was presented to me, and I was able to become a police officer. Like, no, I'm going to do this. Be able to have the strength and the power and the protection of myself because I didn't have the protection of the police department. So now I can protect myself. All my thoughts was, I'm going to be a good cop. And it was very important that I did my job and did it with integrity and did it in a professional way. Police officers have the reputation of not caring about people in the Black and brown community. That's not a secret. So I wanted also for people to be able to see that it is a woman that looked like them and she do care and she's a police officer. I always wanted them to be able to say, I can count on Officer Brownlee and give them some inspiration.
During your 20 years on the force, you worked undercover, you worked as a detective, and towards the end of your career, you were assigned to Mayor de Blasio's detail. You kept your story a secret for 20 years. What made you want to keep it private?
They would have fired me. We're not going to bring on a woman that's been in a domestic violence situation at that level. Maybe she's going to go crazy on somebody, or maybe she'll shoot someone, or maybe she'll go after the person that shot her, or, that type of stigma, like you're not in a sound mind. And we see that's not true, right?
Well, we see that you did the complete opposite. You went in wanting to make your community better because of the things that you had seen and experienced.
Absolutely.
After you retired from the police department, you decided to speak out and share your story. And you're writing a book called Then Came the Blues. Why now?
The day I came on the job I always said I was going to leave June 30th, 2021. And I'm telling my story that day. From the day I raised my hand, the response that I'm getting from people is overwhelming. And it really touches me. I feel like my message is getting out. I feel like my purpose is being served. And I feel that people all over the world will be able to feel that now I have hope that I can get out. I don't have to stay. I don't have to deal with this. I deserve more. I deserve better. And I am somebody.
And you're still doing that. I know you launched an organization for young girls, young ladies of our future, to help at-risk teens. Why was this a priority for you?
I just wanted to go and seek out young girls that were at risk and to make them have a great future. We act on what we see. But just because of where we come from and what our zip code may be, that doesn't necessarily have to determine what our outcome will be. The workshops consist of self-esteem awareness, anti-violence, domestic, gun violence, bullying, nutrition, financial literacy. It's a whole list of things that we do. So I give these young girls hope so that they can experience what love is all about, so that they can be able to give love wherever they go.